Hi everyone, I'm Vixey and welcome back to my art channel. Today we are going to continue doing the second part of finishing this Pepe frog here on our welcome sign. So what we're going to do is we're going to start filling in some of his shirt. I think we'll use like a square tip brush and we'll get a little bit of water on that. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today. I will turn this and we'll get a little bit of this blue and start filling in his shirt. So, just gonna fill that right in with this lovely bright blue, which I've mentioned on my channel that blue is a favorite color of many people around the world. If you have a favorite color, please comment and share your thoughts on why it's your favorite color, if it's associated with some memory, or you just like the look of it, or it's getting a little bit murky over here, but I'll try to fill that part in there. And I think we'll just extend his shirt a little bit down here, so he'll still have a little bit of a chin. But he is looking fairly Peppy-like. I am going to put another layer of his eyelids in there, which is one of the reasons why I had to wait for the previous coat to dry, so that it won't just keep blending and smudging everywhere. And I have gone ahead and put a little bit of black outlining around things, just to give it a little more definition, which I might go over again where needed. Which will probably be needed around here. Oh dear. Yeah. So I'm actually going to take a clean, dry brush, and I'm just going to actually clean up the edge of this here. I'm going to take some water and just clean it up. Because we do want him to have a little bit of a chin. Just going to really straighten that up. We still want some black. As I have mentioned previously, you want to use black as sparingly as possible, and I'm only really using it because it is like an icon that is, I guess, cartoony or animated, because that style tends to have clear black lines. Otherwise, it tends to be better to try to blend things, and in blending things, it's better to blend colors to be progressively darker instead of going for straight black, which was a lesson that I was taught fairly early on in, I think it might have actually been primary school. It might have been early high school. But it was definitely during art class at school. And, you know, in primary school and high school, I never really even thought that I would be doing art. Like, when people ask, you know, when people ask kids, they're like, you know, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up, kind of thing. And as a kid, I gotta say, I had no idea. And it was only in my fairly late 20s when I was studying at Monash University, cultural literature studies, and I was reading of science fiction, and I got really into Asimov, and I started reading about robot psychologists, and I was like, yeah, that's the type of job I want one day. And then somehow I ended up coming back to art, which then it's just kind of funny, because I'm very grateful now for all the things that those teachers taught me along the way that I didn't know was going to be useful later on in life. And here I am now, using what they taught me. I think that's the thing about school, is like, you never really know what is actually going to be like helpful later on in life, and you just try to pick up as much as you can, because life is certainly easier when you know how to do things. We are lucky that we live in the age of technology, though, where information is like all at our fingertips. We can like Google like literally everything. I'm just gonna smooth out this blue a bit more. Just really train that out. But I'm actually quite happy with how he's turning out. I think he's fairly close to my badly pixelated reference photo there. As I said, gotta put the eyelids on. I mustn't forget that. While I do have the blackened brush, I am going to outline the rest of his little outfit here. So with the black, like, my palette's getting a bit messy. I should probably clean it up before the next episode. And in the next episode, I'll talk about how to properly clean your brushes and palettes. So I put a little bit of the black on the tip of the brush there, and then I actually twist it to get that point, so that I maintain that point. So I push it down and then I twist it so that it really stays pointy. Need a little more water. And you'll find you need to, if you push down with confidence, it will really give you a nice bold line. So if you hesitate too much, that's when it gets too wobbly. So you gotta have some determination. And then you'll get a nice clean line like that. Now, green. I'm going to wash this brush because this nice flat brush is a very good shape for this sort of thing. We are going to go with... Now, I think, like, I like this green, but I am a little concerned after seeing it dry that it might be a shade dark, which, I mean, the beauty with paint is you can always go over it with brighter color later if you do want to make it brighter. Now, his eyelid, I guess it's kind of like that and that. Which I see now I'm definitely going to have to go over that with some black just to outline it, because it's just getting blended into the rest of everything else. But we're taking the paint right from the palette right here, and we're applying it fairly thickly to the brush. And we're drawing in his eyelid. Which I'm going to have to outline in black because, as you can see, it's just blending straight into everything else. Okay, so I am going to take that black tip again, and we're just going to define those Pepe eyelids. It's kind of giving him a little bit of like mascara happening here, but unintentionally mascara. Okay, that's coming up a little bit wonky, so again, we just keep trying to clean that up a bit. Just to really get in with some of that detail there and just sort of fix up anything that looks like it's a little out of place. I find paints to be very forgiving that way, that like if you will go, ooh, went a little bit far, you can just sort of take it back a bit. Clean it up. Clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. It's getting a little smudgy in the corner here of his eye. So we are going to have to wait till it dries, and then we can clean that up much better. I'm actually going to go in with a little more white. So blacks and whites are very strong colors. You gotta be careful when you're using them not to overuse them. And whites can very easily get a fair bit out of hand as black, same as blacks. They can get very quickly out of hand if you overuse them. And I'm gonna put a little dot of white in the black pupil parts because that gives it a little bit of shine. And generally, particularly with cartoons and things, it tends to make them look a little more alive because they have a little bit of light in their eyes. Yep. I feel like maybe I'll have to put in a little more of a layer once it's dry, but I think we're pretty much there. So there is our first addition to the welcome sign. Ta-da! I hope you've enjoyed this episode that is going to be outside of the regular episodes, but they will be linked, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!